To kick Stonehouse. And away we go from Wisconsin. Gamble now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone one.
Oh, it's out. McCaffrey lost it. But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis at least momentarily averted. Wow, that was fast. Might be time to take a step back, and we just started this game. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths. Very first snap, and he nearly gave it away. That could have mentally taken them out of this game.
Yeah, for the player, a little bit easier to respond. For the coaches on the sidelines, that tries it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Here he goes, third and long. And no luck there, that throw falls to the ground. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
You know what I like, Kate? I like that even though he got burned a couple times last week, had the interceptions, he didn't let that throw him off his game and make him gun-shy to keep pushing the ball on the field. And look what that mindset got him as a result. 3 touchdowns, and much more importantly, a win.
They get 35 out of that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Packers first down.
Now run with Hampton. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. Only need one more yard on this opening drive. Here's third and goal.
A 6-yard gain brings up third and goal.
Hall is fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
A 19-yard attempt.
Slide's kick is up and good. And that's going to give them their first points of the ball game.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Gamble now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So Mike McDaniel getting his Dolphins out there for their next drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Dolphins just about set up here, first and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Gets it downfield on target to Sutton. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
4-yard gain on the play. And the Dolphin first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third down. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week.
At the 48-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They stick with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
That's the line, he's going to run for it. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He's got it near the end. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
1st and goal, Miami.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Now with the play clock winding down, Mike McDaniel signals for a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot. We can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Here's McCaffrey again. And he punches this one in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Drifted near that upright, but he gets it to go. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. And the Dolphins are going to get to him. He is dropped. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Defense's first sack of the game, kid. We can now see some of the negatives, the trade-offs of his great running ability. When he tries to create, well, he can find himself going backwards, and in this case, for a really big loss.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. To the air on 3rd and long. Ooh, put some air under this one, right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. He's got this at the 27, and he's brought down before the return gets far. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
2 yards. And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Fires right away, but incomplete. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. So it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 7.
Another throw here for McCarthy. This is caught inside the 15. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
1st down.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of 1. The Dolphins out to an early advantage. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's third down now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up. McManus sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Return coming from the 6. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Packers and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. They start the drive at Hall. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Mafe bringing that play to a halt.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Now a hit and Jackson loses the ball. But it looks like the Packers will recover it. No turnovers. They keep possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So crisis averted, partner, but their reward here is a tough third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And hey, we see a lot of the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Miami offense headed out there now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. But where it's at on the field, partner, that sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring up 4th down. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Packers and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And as it stands, he could close out this season as the league's leader in receiving yards out of the backfield. They'll start this one out with Hall. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. They're down to their final one in this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Hall once more. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Jonah Ellis there to make the stop. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, Because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Slot receivers headed left. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And it's going to be first down, Miami.
Dolphins, first down. A gain of 29 yards. First down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Going right side, Davis with it. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Defense sent him packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Packers and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. On first down, here comes Hall. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Throw here, 3rd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40.
And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The play clock nearing 0, so Coach Matt LaFleur forced to call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's Hall running his own read. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and...
Now Jackson on 3rd down. This is complete to Schultz. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Packers, first down.
They go play fake with Jackson. Finds the in route complete. He hangs on to that football block through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Jackson's going to throw again. They set up the screen here for Hall. On the move into the red zone. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 29.
The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And we'll see how this plays out the rest of this half with none remaining.
7-yard line.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Lamar throwing again. He's got it. It's in close. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers tie things 10-10. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Gamble now on the return. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. Now, Brock, things are dead even as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from the frozen tundra of Lambeau coming up. From the gun, it's Hunt. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They've got a man in motion. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Good for Dolphins. 1st down.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Jump off caught by his back. Escapes a defender. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
14 yards. That's another Dolphins.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Again, McCarthy to throw. He lofts it deep right side. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Johnny Hecker on that a punt. And they could really use a good one here. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Packers send Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Finds him over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play.
Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
1st down throw for Jackson. Catch made underneath by the back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That's JSN, Smith and Jib on the quick slant. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
1st down, here's Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hit, set out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Finding Shaheed, back-to-back plays. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
hits and heads out. We wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. The Dolphins are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. On play action now, McCarthy. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now McCarthy. Low left side, caught by Davis. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Packers and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. They start the half with the give to Hall. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Knocked down by Jahan Campbell.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Hampton gets the handoff. 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
He's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the 1st down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 3rd and long for him here. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Second and 5 at the 50-yard line.
They go right back to Hall. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Now Jackson on third down. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
18. And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day. We'll give on second to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Going with a screen to Hampton. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
That's good for a Packers first down.
From the red zone now. Hits the slant. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
Hall. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers take a 3rd quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. This one is up and good. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10 from the 32. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Putting the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
He'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Packers and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. From the gun, it's Hall. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Jackson. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
He was taken down by Boye Buffet.
Jackson now on third. Connection made to Shaheed. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Packers, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
No throw, 3rd and long. He's going for it himself. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
7 yards. That's good for the Packers. First down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Lamar now from the gun. The 3rd down throw falls incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Slides kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Starting from the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense to the line. Again, trips right to start out. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's McCarthy. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And they say Packers football!
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. 1st down from the 42. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Into traffic, complete! And they bring him down around the 34.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30.
From the gun, Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Rose caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Caught on the slant. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronx? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson trying to sneak it. He's going to be short of that goal line, Bronx, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined.
And he's across. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead.
Dolphins 10.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Gamble now on the return. He dodged the tackle. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Miami offense headed out there now. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. They get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis at least momentarily averted. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Throw here, 3rd down. Finds Davis complete. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Dolphins
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 7.
Back to the air. McCarthy. He's going to keep it this time. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
That's good.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. This is a heater going deep. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. It's caught, Barner. Wow, and he's about as close to the first as you can get, partner. Down to the 31, but didn't get it. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
You put a receiver in motion right. Shotgun snap. It's a give to Hunt. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Slot man motioned over.
At the 13-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get it back to within 2 possessions. Quite the strike to his time. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Dolphins cut the lead down to 10. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Well, you tell me this all the time, partner. Sometimes this can be a simple game, and these games, when they are simple, can go to the teams who handle third down better, and that was indeed the case here.
Yeah, this group has excelled on third down all season. That's a credit to really the whole team, the preparation, the execution. Love that touchdown on the previous drive.
First down, here's Lamar. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Give to Hall on the draw. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
Here's Slide to try the point after. He's good on the extra point effort. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Dolphins hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third.
McCarthy throwing on third down. This is complete. It's Davis. So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. Desperation time here on fourth. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Packers and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And Brock, they're in a spot where they can just kneel this thing out, even though the one timeout does remain defensively. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. This is Hampton, right side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. This one left for Lamar. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. He's keeping it, trying to get it forward. Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Slide's kick is up and good. And that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of the ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
So no return this time. This is going to go for a touchback, Brock. Let's see what they do with this final snap. Here he goes, one final shot. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. So this is a Packers win. Well, we talked about it throughout this contest, Brock. They were already into the playoffs when this one kicked off, but now they're going in with a little extra momentum.
Yeah, momentum, confidence, belief, whatever you want to throw into kind of that recipe. The bottom line, you want to be playing your best football when it matters the most, and they did today.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.